Hello, thank you for coming to watch this video. My name is Diana Herrington, and behind that camera smiling away is Randy Fritz, who will also be speaking with you shortly. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you two very important principles that will help you to maintain healthy slenderness forever. Also, I'll give you a few tips on how you can get moving on that right now.
Okay, let's get started. Let's get started onto the principles of natural slenderness. You need better digestion and acid-alkaline balance. These are two subjects that I'm just absolutely passionate about, and I have learned them so much. And it started because I was very sick. Now, I know that we're talking about wanting to be slender. Well, this isn't exactly the kind of slender you want to be. This is like really me being very, very sick. I weighed 94 pounds at 5'6". I was skin and bones. This is not because I didn't want to eat. I was very, very sick from a very, very poor digestive system. And I learned all about acid-alkaline balancing and food combining when I was in this clinic. And that's where I learned it all and I got going. So, as you can see, I am not sick anymore. These are very current pictures in the last few years. I travel all over the world and I eat food wherever I go. I like food and I eat hundreds of types of foods. I love trying foods in new places. I like going into supermarkets in foreign countries. So no problem with that at all.
Here's Randy Fritz jumping in here because this page here is actually kind of bragging about Diana. She didn't want to do this. And Diana, just so you know who's talking to you, she's the founder and head chef at Real Food for Life. She's taught cooking classes worldwide, and she's host to the two largest, perhaps online groups in the world pertaining to health, both of them over 400,000 people. And she's author of several ebooks. Myself, that's me. I'm the co-founder of Real Food for Life. I've taught healing principles since 1979, and for 20 years I've been founder of what's called Vital Health Assessment, where we create personalized health food programs for people, and we basically answer the question, what is good for me? We've done that about 500,000 times over the years.
So, the first principle for healthy slenderness is acid-alkaline balance. This is a very important part.
The easiest way we know to explain acid-alkaline balance is to talk about acid, because people know what acid is, and it's not good. Acid is a waste product of various functions of the body, and your body normally gets rid of these through sweat, urine, and chemical transformation, usually in the liver. But if the body can't get rid of all this acid right away, it accumulates into tissues and organs and causes disease, premature aging, and it causes
Excess acidity equals fat. Now, I know that everybody out there that has a little bit of weight knows that they do not want this fat. And so if what Randy just told you didn't inspire you, how about this? Look at that. Whoa. Anyways, where there is an excess of acids in the body, the acid breaks down healthy tissue. The body then, wanting to protect itself, creates a natural buffer of fat. It's actually trying to help you because it doesn't want you to have all that acid all going around. And once you get into that position, it is very difficult to lose weight if the body stays too acidic. That's why we're doing what we're doing. So, acidity. There are many different processes of aging depending upon the different parts of the body. But there's only one cause for all these different processes. It is the accumulation of acid wastes in our body. We age because we accumulate acidic waste products. That's by Sung Wang, the author of Reverse Aging. He sums it up so well in that quote. I just love that quote. Actually, Randy found that quote, but as soon as I saw it, I went, that's it, yes. Okay, so what I was telling you that we would give you a few tips, and here's a tip. One tip to have to be more acid-alkaline balance is basically very simple. Eat more greens. Eat those salads. And if you don't want to eat salads, make greens, cook them. Anyway, just get them in. Now, just every day you should be eating greens at least twice a day. So just include that one if you can. That'll help.
Okay.
And you'll be much more alkaline right away.
Right. So the next principle that we're going to talk about for slenderness is better digestion.
Okay, so now what we want to look at is why better digestion actually helps weight loss. And, one, when you get optimum nutrients from your food, you are basically very fulfilled and you're simply not hungry. Thus, you'll not be doing that yo-yo thing, running, grabbing for this, grabbing for that, reaching for more to eat. And number two, when you have more energy for your body to use rather than your digestive system working overtime trying to deal with all that stuff, you will have the energy to exercise. And you know what that means? You're burning calories. And number three, food combining actually mimics how primitive people and animals ate. They ate one food at a time, and even if they had loads and loads of food available, they did not get overweight. Interesting, huh?
Yeah, that actually sounds a little bit like the paleo diet.
Yes, it is a little bit like that, but it's not.
Right.
Similar. And then also, number four is food combining eliminates toxic buildup. When foods are not digested completely, the result is a buildup of toxins and undigested proteins in the intestine. And those toxins and inflammatory responses are linked to weight gain.
If you have good digestion, you'll end up healthy and slim, like that picture. If you have just poor digestion, you get unhealthy and overweight. And if you go to the extreme and get extremely poor digestion, you'll be like Diana, which is just short of death. And as she said, even though you're not overweight, it's not a good place to be.
So, here's another tip. I told you we'd give some more tips. So, tip for better digestion. Now, this might seem a little complicated or difficult for you to do, but basically you do not want to combine protein and carbohydrates in the same meal. They must be separate. Now, there's that picture there is actually a meal that I ate. It happened to be eggs. I don't eat eggs very often, but once in a while there's eggs and vegetables. There's 2 eggs in there and a whole plate of vegetables. Now sometimes I do that same thing and I do it with tofu. So if you can do it either way. But look at how many vegetables are in there. And don't worry, you'll be filled. If you eat that many vegetables, you're filled.
If you want to understand these 2 principles more, go to the Real Food for Life website, and the easiest way to find these, there will be several articles, and you can just search for better digestion and acid-alkaline balancing. If you go to the right, there will be a little search section there. The thing is, most people have already heard about some of these principles vaguely. You maybe heard that they're kind of good for you. But I know Diana gets a little irate about this, like most people just they don't apply these kind of principles. And so why is that, Diana?
Well, basically people find it all too complicated. That's what I find when I'm talking with people. And they're not sure what they can trust. They're reading so many things in so many areas, it gets confusing. And, it's quite difficult to stay focused on and just do it, because if you've got habits, it's hard to change your habits and get into and focusing on something new. And, basically our culture and friends do not support this change. Everything in our society, to try and find pictures of well combined foods is difficult meals. They just they're not even out there. People find it difficult to do that.
I wanted to mention too that when people are trying to make changes, if you just make little changes it's going to take a long time, and people are just, they're not going to wait 2 weeks, 5 weeks to actually see some minor change. And if we're busy anyway, like basically it's just not going to happen.
So, here's two solutions that we've come up with. And one, you can have private coaching, which is something I do, and I've helped ever so many people get their diets into the right acid-alkaline balance. I've helped them with the food combining, and it really works. After a while, they've really got it, and that's very fulfilling. And then another thing which we came up with was these weekend boot camps. It was actually Randy's idea to get this weekend boot camp together, and that's a really great way, because all it is just one weekend, and you learn a whole lot of stuff.
I have to admit, I've actually never been to like a regular kind of boot camp, the army style where you go out and run around in the rain for a whole week or a weekend. And but people still like them because they get results. Now the problem is that they're very, very tough. And a big time and financial commitment. And so that's why we created this. We wanted to do something that everyone could participate in.
Yes, and that's why we came up with these Real Food for Life boot camps, because they provide information from someone who actually knows about what's going on in this area. Like for me, I have been studying this since 1996. That's a long time, and I really know it. It's part of my whole life. I don't even think about how to combine a meal or whether it's too acid or too alkaline. I just know exactly how to do it easy. And also what's really great is that you get to focus over a concentrated time to gain these skills. Just one weekend, and you just do it for the whole weekend. And you will be accountable, will be there, and you get support. To gain this confidence, you have the support of both me and Randy, plus a whole group of people, which really makes it fun. And the really, really wonderful part of it is that you get to enjoy this from the convenience of your own home. So what happens in this, what you get 3 weekend conference calls ranging from 30 to 60 minutes, generally 60 minutes. And you get 15 minutes of homework before the weekend. You will get a detailed shopping list with all the most alkaline foods, which you will be asked to buy. So that'll be a shopping trip. And you'll get a detailed menu with recipes that are all food combined and acid-alkaline combined properly.
Now, none of these lists or menus are going to be that complicated, though.
Oh no, it's simple. I am not about, when I'm hungry, I basically want to eat right now, so I don't like anything that's going to take me hours to make. So don't worry about that. My recipes are not difficult. They're simple. They're made to be so that you can just get on with it right now.
And people get results. It's been amazing.
Oh, yeah.
In the boot camps. Like it changes people's lives in just 2 days. It's
Oh yes, in fact I was just speaking to somebody. She was just telling me about all the amazing changes that happened for her in her life. So it was really great.
So normally boot camps, as we said, are really, really expensive. They're in the hundreds of dollars, and we thought a reasonable price for all you get and all the benefits you get out of this would be $59. But then, well, we basically want to make it available to anybody, not stop anyone from going ahead with this. And so our boot camp price is only $29, and we also like to encourage people to actually do these on a regular basis. And so it's a really powerful way to really super enliven your whole health progress, and that's to take them regularly. And if you sign up for 6 boot camps, they're actually just $15. And with this particular boot camp, we've added a bonus, a $15 bonus, and this is a interview of Diana with Robert Cheek. He's a world famous vegan bodybuilder, an incredibly inspiring guy. He's your cliche, the skinniest guy in the class who was picked on by everybody, and he started bodybuilding and became this amazing, inspiring bodybuilder. but he's a vegan, and he's collected all the other vegan bodybuilders and vegan athletes into a website. So it's really inspiring, because for him it's all about setting goals and being really focused on doing something good for yourself. So it's a very good listen.
He's a really great guy.
So to register for this next boot camp, and it's coming up soon, October 21st to 23rd. You can register right now. The easiest way to go is to go right to the Real Food for Life site, and on the top there will be a tab for boot camps and retreats. And you can see on the screen there, that's the actual address, but it's probably easier to find just by going there or following the link that's below this video. And we really hope you take part in this. We have a lot of fun. We really enjoy helping people, and we hope that this might help you also.
We are just passionate about getting real food into people, so I look forward to seeing you there, and yeah, see you later. Bye.